Alright, now we're going to look at using texture in a way to make a ground plane and make it look 3D in After Effects. So in the last video I showed you how to make a tileable texture. Now we don't need it to actually be tileable, but that's a nice little trick to know, and you can use that in a great deal of different ways within After Effects, but for right now we just need a texture. So File, or New Composition, 1920 by 1080, and then go in here and let's add a file to this. So we're going to go File, Import, File, and Import Cobblestone. I'll import it as footage because I just need the layer. I'll drag that below, click, wheel mouse out, highlight your cobblestone, click here, and then hold Shift. This will allow you to uniformly scale this. Then we can grab the ellipse tool, click here, hold Shift, and go like that until you see black, and then go a little bit further until you see no black. Okay, so now you have a perfectly round circle, and what we're going to do with that is if you go down to masks, you'll have feather, and I could feather that out, and it should look something like this. So keep feathering it until you don't see any kind of visual indication of a square. And if you have like this black semi-transparent around the outside. Alright, cool. Now, let's click the 3D button. Let's go to Rotation tool, and let's go down to the Transform. Go ahead and click on Transform, and now you can rotate this. We can also rotate it around any axes if I wanted to, or I can position it. So I'm going to try to position this so it's this way towards the camera. So I'm moving it towards the camera. And then I can position it down. So this is a great way to make it look like it just goes on forever. You know, it's got its own little road of some nature. And you can make adjustments, like let's say I want to fan that a little bit more with the feather. That's a great start. Okay, to give it that look like it is 3D, I could add something to this if I wanted to. Let's say I made a composition or some text. Let's click and drag text, and I'll type in 3D. There we go. Okay, now I can make adjustments if I need to. And I'll position that a little bit closer. Perfect. Now another thing that would be nice if I took the 3D and made something with a shadow, right? So again, if I took the first one, Control C, Control V it, put that in the background, highlight the text, and make it black. Then I could take this one and shrink it down. So now it's not uniformly scaled and then off in the back. I can also make that semi-transparent if I wanted to using opacity. Alright, so that's how to make a cheap 3D effect using a ground plane and text. Enjoy.